It's Rochelle, your Land O'Lakes physical therapist.
And I'm Jerrod, the program manager of the fitness center.
Thank you for joining us today for our flex movement break, where we show you upper extremity and lower extremity exercises that are flexible in your day and flexible in your schedule so that you can continue to be flexible throughout your movement. So, beginning in a standing posture, you'll inhale through your nose, scooping up the air. As you exhale, you'll start to fold forward and you're gonna reach down towards the floor. Inhaling big again. This time as you reach down towards the floor, engaging those abdominals, drawing them up. This next passage, we're gonna inhale through the nose, and you're gonna wiggle your knees back and forth to get your wiggles out, inching your way down towards the floor. Adding on, inhale through your nose, and form a baby back bend. And fold. With each passing, you should find you get a little bit looser, maybe you can get a little bit further, inhaling. Exhale, baby back bend through those shoulder blades. Getting those wiggles out. One more time through, inhale, baby back bend, sliding those shoulder blades down the ribs and reaching towards the floor, getting your wiggles out. Let's do actually one more time through, and this time as you come down and fold towards the floor, you'll take 4 steps out with your hands, walking with your hands forward into a plank position. Holding your plank position, you're going to go into a downward dog or pike position. And you'll begin to, again, bend and straighten those knees to walk your dog. Coming back into a plank position, using those shoulder blades to hold and lower you, then drawing your abdominals up and in towards the spine as you go into the pike position again, and walk your dog. You're flossing those nerves through the spine, down the lower extremities, focusing on the tightness maybe through your heels or the back of your legs. You'll flow back into a plank position, engaging those abdominals, engaging those shoulder blades. Rise back up into a plank position or pike position and walk your dog. Let's come back down into plank position. Again, a nice slow lowering, and lower those knees down into the mat. Very good. Now coming up to returning to an all-fours position, let's take an active child's pose. Rocking back into those hips, breathing, and then come back out, rocking out of that child's pose, rock forward, opening up those hips, and then rock on back into an active child's pose. Directing those hips towards your heels and seating yourself in your hip joints. Rock forward one more time, opening up the hips, and back. See if you can go a little bit further this time, opening the spine and opening the hips. Returning to your all-fours position for cat and cow. Inhaling through your nose, rounding the back. Exhaling and sinking between the shoulder blades. Inhale again, drawing the lower abdominals up towards the spine. And again, sinking through the shoulder blades first and lifting the head. Repeat this sequence, providing good spinal mobility. Noticing areas that are maybe a little bit tighter, stickier, or not moving as well. Returning to an all-fours position for thread the needle. Thread the needle through the opposite side, then rotating through mid-thoracic and rotating to the opposite side and thread your needle. Nice long line of energy and reach through. Pivoting at that spot in between your shoulder blades as you thread your needle through. An option is to come down into a little bit deeper stretch after you have completed your movement to stretch the back of that shoulder. Moving on, we'll go into our other side, threading the other side, noticing, does this side feel a little bit different? Does it feel the same? Does it feel different? Less mobility, more mobility. Just making a mental note. And again, if you want to get into a little bit deeper stretch for that shoulder and shoulder blade, deepening into that stretch. Coming up to all fours for spinal mobility and strength. Reaching with your opposite arm, opposite leg. So if you're starting with your right arm, left leg, reaching your spine, curling your elbow to your knee, and reaching long again. Your focus is using those abdominals to curl, then a long line of energy coming out that foot. Pretend you're balancing a glass of water on your spine, and you're trying not to spill it. Hold or engage those lower abdominals as you move through this. What do you notice? Are you able to maintain your balance? Can you hold those core muscles? This is for spine stabilization. You're going to change sides, and now it will be your opposite arm, opposite leg again. So for Jerrod, it's his left and his right leg. It's just a nice, easy curl, drawing those abdominals in as you curl and carving out the letter C. Gravity is trying to pull you down, but you're going to fight that gravity by holding and maintaining your balance and that glass of water on your spine. Very good. Coming down to prone on elbows or press up. In this position, you may press up, tightening the tops of your thighs as you press up, and then returning to forehead on your hands. You can move through a series of 5 press-ups in this position, or you can slide your hands down to the rib cage and press up into a full press-up, and then slowly lower as if you're performing a tricep push-up. Pressing up again, sinking those hips towards the floor and opening those hips on the front. You're pressing up, and you're trying to counteract all of the postures of sitting at the desks. You want to try to open things up Open up the spine. And then create some mobility there. When you finish with your press-ups, we're actually going to resting Shavasana in the prone or on your belly position. I like to call this tummy time for adults. We have sertraline receptors in our belly, and we're going to try to stimulate that natural chemical in our body. It's healthy for our brains. So resting in this position, you can turn your head to one side and rest and just maintain a normal breathing rate. What did you learn or discover today about your body? Performing your body scan, do you notice any areas of stiffness or differences in movement from side to side? Were you able to stay in the moment? Or did you drift? Turning your head to the opposite side, notice if one side feels different than the other. Maintaining that normal breathing rate of the belly. Inhaling and the belly presses down into the floor. Exhaling, it draws away from the floor. Hopefully you're feeling better, maybe more calm, more mobile. Maybe you brought energy to your day. When you're ready, you can come up to a seated posture, either back on your knees or a seated posture in the front. Take a nice big inhale through the nose, drawing your hands to your forehead. May you have focus to your day. Hands to your lips. May you speak kind words today. And hands to your heart. May you have energy in your spirit.